The Transportation Safety Technical Advisors, or TSTA, are a group of stakeholders who represent transportation, safety, health, and equity matters in the Wichita region. The purpose of this first meeting was to introduce the Wichita MPO Comprehensive Safety Action Plan, also known as the CSAP, highlight transportation safety successes in the region to build upon, and identify challenges to overcome. The agenda for the meeting consisted of welcome and introductions, an overview of the CSAP, a description of the safety communications calendar to engage people in this plan, a description of two common safety terms, Safe System and Vision Zero, a discussion on the region's current safety programs, and an interactive session on opportunities to move the state of the safety practice forward to reduce severe crashes even further. This recording does not include all discussion items from the meeting, but a summary of the full meeting will be available. The CSAP is being led by staff at the Wichita Area MPO, with input by stakeholders listed on the slide. So why is transportation safety so important? This slide shows pictures of people and places in Wichita. With transportation safety, it is easy to look at crash numbers to identify challenges. But it is important to remember that these are people with families and friends who play an important role in someone's life. Because of this, the Wichita region supports the goal of zero transportation fatalities. So all people who live in, work in, or visit the region make it where they're going and back home at the end of the day. The safety planning effort will feature the tagline, "Be Safe, Wichita Region." Be safe is something we all say when someone is about to leave for a trip or just for the day. We wave goodbye and express that verbal reminder. A goal is to ensure people in the region make a connection with transportation safety and its importance. This 30-second video shares that vision and explains more about the CSAP. It can be found on WAMPO's safety webpage. So what is safety planning, or more specifically, what is the CSAP? A safety planning process gives people in the Wichita region a space or forum to imagine what a future looks like without the threat of severe crashes. We will look at safety related to drivers, bicyclists, pedestrians, people in wheelchairs, and those who use other forms of transit. It is an opportunity to review safety related data, so things like crashes, demographics, and land uses, to understand what is contributing to crashes and solutions to address those. And upon completion, the CSAP will provide a specific roadmap or direction to reduce severe crashes through education, enforcement, and engineering solutions. The major tasks to build that roadmap and the timeframe to accomplish them are shown on the schedule. Plan development started in November 2022 and will be complete in September 2023. A key feature of this planning process is the creation of a communications calendar. It outlines safety outreach methods to be conducted over the course of the plan. It has been shared with transportation and safety partners with the goal of having all partners share the same information at the same time to increase the reach of critical safety education. There's a strong focus on transportation safety nationally and a commitment to eliminate transportation-related crashes. In January 2020, US DOT released their National Roadway Safety Strategy. It does three important things. 1, zero fatalities is officially endorsed as the national goal. 2, the strategy supports the adoption of the Safe System approach as the method or process to get to zero. And 3, it encourages the consideration of equity and climate in coordination with safety. There's no one solution to safety, and it really encourages everyone to work together across disciplines to achieve system solutions. With this stronger national focus on safety, there are also additional resources to achieve a vision of zero fatalities. Existing federal funding programs, including the Transportation Alternatives Program, the Highway Safety Improvement Program, and the Congestion Mitigation and Air Quality Program, strongly support investments in safety projects. A new discretionary grant program, the Safe Streets and Roads for All discretionary grants, was also created in 2022. It specifically funds safety plans or implementation projects. Local agencies in the WAMPO region will be eligible to apply for these funds once the CSAP is complete. So what is Vision Zero? The basic premise is no one should be killed or suffer lifelong injuries as a result of a roadway crash. And the Safe System approach provides a tool or a framework to help agencies be more intentional about addressing safe roads, safe road users, safe speeds, post-crash care, and safe vehicles in their plans and programs. Underlying a safe system approach are culture and equity. So to have a safer system, safety needs to be a priority for the traveling public and integrated into the agency functions for transportation stakeholders. Safety also needs to be a priority for all different road users. So how have WAMPO and other agencies in the Wichita region been addressing Vision Zero using the safe system elements? This slide shows previous and current efforts which will be incorporated into the CSAP. The WAMPO Vision Zero report shares crash data and highlights how local agencies can adopt their own Vision Zero efforts. The WAMPO Health and Transportation report discusses barriers and opportunities for encouraging active transportation in the region. The Safety Appendix of the region's long-range transportation plan identifies criteria to prioritize safety as part of all transportation projects and offers strategies from peer MPOs. And the City of Wichita has several safety-related plans in place. All of these can be found on the links on this slide. So one element of the safe system is achieving safer roads. And here's what we need to think about to do that. One, it's about creating a system where crashes, if they do occur, are low impact. So addressing speed and also implementing infrastructure improvements that reduce the severity of impact. Two, it's about creating a system where crashes are avoided completely. This could include separating the different modes of travel completely, or that picture on the bottom. Three, it's about creating safe space through infrastructure improvements where modal interactions are limited. So that picture on the top being an example of that. And lastly, it's about providing treatments to call attention to potential hazards and/or the presence of others. So things like street lighting or rumble strips or rapid flashing beacons. Another element of the safe system is to achieve safer road users. So here's what we need to think about to do that. One, it's about addressing the safety of all road users, including those who walk, bike, drive, ride transit, and travel by other modes. All road users are considered equal. Two, each road user has a responsibility to comply with the rules to ensure that we act within the limits of the road system's design. And three, education and enforcement are encouraged to modulate user behavior. Another element of the safe system is achieving safer speeds. Here's what we need to think about to do that. One, humans, whether driving, walking, or biking, are unlikely to survive high-speed crashes. Reducing speeds based on context can really help all road users survive. Two, by reducing impact forces, by slowing speeds, either through changes to speed limits and/or through infrastructure treatments and design. So things like roundabouts, narrow lanes, curb extensions. Another way to slow speeds is reduce the impact angle. Roundabouts are a good example of how this can occur. And then another part of this is educating road users about the dangers of speed. Another element of a safe system is post-crash care. Here's what we need to think about. One, it's making sure first responders can get to a crash and then the hospital in an efficient amount of time. Two, it's about ensuring the correct information can be collected and reported so the crash narrative is clear and proper resolution can be made. And three, it's about ensuring there's proper clearance of the incident to allow traffic flow to continue and ensure another crash does not occur. Another element of the safe system is to achieve safer vehicles, and here's what we need to think about to do so. One is considering technology in coordination with transportation investments to enable effective use of connected and/or autonomous vehicles. Two, participating in state or national committees to keep up to date on vehicle information and trends. And three, ensuring when agencies do get newer vehicle models, proper training is occurring for drivers. At the workshop, participants discussed previous and ongoing efforts occurring in the region to address the safety of the system. But the vision is zero. This slide shows the regional crash trends over the previous 10-year period and shows there's still more work that can be done. So what does a successful safety program look like? One that reduces severe crashes. We identified 6 areas that, if discussed and addressed, can potentially lead to improvements. These include 1, culture. So safety needs to be a priority for the traveling public, at transportation agencies, and in individual job responsibilities. 2, leaders need to be bought in and supportive of safety efforts. 3, plans need to be developed using inputs and considerations of transportation safety. 4, crash and other available data need to be utilized to make informed decisions. 5, projects should be executed with safety policies and proven countermeasures in mind. And 6, the safe system approach should be used as a tool to guide decision making. For each of these categories, a series of benchmarks were developed. The benchmarks are elements that go into successfully executing different pieces of a safety program. For each of these categories, participants reviewed the benchmarks, used polling to assess the state of the benchmarks, and then spent time in breakout groups identifying successes, challenges, and actions related to WAMPO's safety program. The results of this will be documented in the meeting summary. Upcoming activities for this project include 1. The CSAP kickoff video was released on social media and the WAMPO webpage on January 27th, so check that out. There's also this tape PowerPoint, which provides an overview of the meeting, and there's also a public survey available on WAMPO's webpage right now where you can share your opinions on transportation safety in the region. Also upcoming, the crash analysis is underway and will be shared within the next couple of months. And then lastly is the TSTA will meet again to discuss the safety priority areas and start coming up with solutions. Thank you for listening. If you'd like more information about the project, visit www.wampo.org/safety.